Just as we use a magnifying glass to intensify visual clarity, we have the same capacity to dramatically improve mental clarity. An understanding that specific vocabulary stimulates certain brainwave patterns gives us the ability to vastly improve our self-development skills.
What I'm going to do today is to give you the tools to be able to put yourself into each one of these states and to be able to practice so that you can become better at modulating yourself in between these brainwave states. This beta brainwave state is where most of us operate most of the time. If we have too much beta brainwave state, we get stressed out. So what we have to do is we have to modulate. So a lot of you are in beta brainwave state, is that what you're saying? We want to be able to modulate and to bring these different brainwave patterns into a happy medium. All right, so that's what we're aiming to do. The next brainwave pattern is alpha, which is like a daydreaming type of state, fairly detached. Your kids may be daydreaming a lot. That's not a bad thing. You may be daydreaming, I don't know. That is not a bad state to be in. In fact, a lot of productivity goes during the daydreaming state as long as you've got some beta brain waves inside there to coordinate both of those together. It's a very creative part of the brain. It's also a part of the brain that has tremendous amounts of information inside there that is untapped. And this is the brainwave state that I'm going to guide you into, because that's the brainwave state where you are going to be able to program and basically do whatever you want to do. So having a sixth sense, sometimes people who are deep in delta, and you may know those people, they feel everything that everybody else feels to the detriment of themselves. They have no boundaries. They can be hurt very, very easily when somebody else is hurt. They carry the whole burden of everybody else's life with them. And you've got to tap into that and be aware that you are that type of person, and be aware of what's happening to you. You know, those types of people that are so sensitive to everything, they are basically in a high level of delta. When you are dreaming at nighttime and you can't remember your dreams, what happens there if we look at these brainwave states? Alpha is not inside there. Alpha is completely cut out of there. You want to be able to access the alpha, and you can do that by practicing certain meditations and relaxation. I'm going to use the word meditation. We can call it meditation, we can call it hypnosis, we can call it whatever you want to. But you have to practice the vocabulary of the mind. And this is just not my vocabulary, this is scientifically based. Different phrases and different sensualizations or visualizations create different effects on the body. The more I talk to you, the more you become relaxed because you want to, for no other reason. And you also know that at any point in time you can move your hands or your legs or any part of the body to get into a better place of relaxation. And at this point in time, I'm going to have you think of a word or a symbol or an image. It can be anything that you want to. This word, symbol, or image, you can use this at any point in time to bring yourself back to this place of relaxation. But what I'm going to have you do on the count of 3 is to open your eyes, say this word to yourself or see this image, and then close your eyes and allow yourself just to sink one step deeper and deeper into relaxation, understanding that what we say about ourselves is incredibly important. We need to speak well of ourselves. Practice does not make perfect, it makes permanent. Practice speaking well of yourself. Practice talking about yourself in a kind way. The kinder you are to yourself, the happier you'll be. Speak well of yourself. So a lot of you were active where still? In beta brainwaves. In other words, you were thinking about, okay, what is he doing? Am I going to be a chicken? Or you else were thinking, okay, what am I going to cook the kids tonight? What meal am I going to make them? Or where am I going later on? Or isn't this nice being here? I'm kind of relaxed, but, you know. So that's where you were. So, all right. So what were you doing? You were thinking. You don't want to think. Now the only time that you need to think is when you are activating beta and theta together, and you're bringing in alpha as well. That's when you need to think. But I did say to you, as much as possible, try and detach. How many people here have driven down the freeway, normally first thing in the morning, have got to your off-ramp and you didn't even know how you got there? Right, so you guys, you see, they can relate to that. They can relate to that. That is self-hypnosis. That is self-hypnosis. It is, you are thinking about everything else besides driving. It's automatic, autopilot. How many of you have been so engrossed in a book or a movie, typically a book, and the other half is talking to you, and you don't hear a word that they're saying? Right. Now, if you reverse that, how many of the husbands or boyfriends have been watching a football game, and you're talking to them, and you know they're moving their head up and down, but you know nothing's going in? How many of you have been on a business trip, or you had to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning to get somewhere? You don't have your alarm clock. But you still wake up. I wake up like at 1 minute before 6, you know, or 10 seconds before it gets to 6 o'clock. So you all have that ability to put information in and take it out. Eyes closing, deep relaxation, down and down, 10 times deep relaxation, feeling very, very good, and feeling wonderfully relaxed as you sink down one step deeper and deeper into relaxation, down and down and down, feeling very, very good, and feeling wonderfully relaxed. What I'm looking for is heightened REM state. I want to see what happens inside here. So what we're going to do is we are going to very, very quickly reprogram the mind. So we're going to take some information out, and we're going to see what happens here. So on the count of 3, I'm going to touch you on the shoulder. Your eyes are going to open. You're going to feel very, very good. And I'm going to ask you to count from 1 up to 10. The number 5 has completely gone from your mind. The number 5 has completely gone from your mind. You do not remember the number 5. The number 5 has completely gone from mind. I'm going to have you count from now from 1 up to 10 when I ask you to open your eyes on the count of 3. 1, 2, and 3 when I touch you on the shoulder. Hi. Doing pretty good? Yeah. Fairly relaxed? Yeah. Can you count? And if this doesn't work, it doesn't mean to say anything. I'm just trying to demonstrate here. Can you count from 1 up to 10 for me, please? Mm-hmm. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Can you turn around once? Can you just turn around and do that once again for me? So for these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So in this situation here, we removed something from the hard drive. Now, in terms of self-development, if you want to remove anything out of your subconscious mind that you don't want inside there, you can take it out. You can take it out. If you want to put information inside there, you can put it in. But you need to practice using the different languages of the subconscious mind. So, look at my hand. When my hand comes down, your eyes will close, and you will sleep down into relaxation, down and down and down. Feeling very, very good and feeling wonderfully relaxed. So we've taken information out. We're going to put information in now. So we're going to reprogram and put something inside there. On the count of 3, when I touch you on the shoulder, your name is Gertrude. Your name is Gertrude. On the count of 3, when I touch you on the shoulder, your name is Gertrude. When I ask you what your name is Gertrude, but only when I ask you what your name is. Eyes open, 1, 2, and 3. Hi, how are you doing? Doing pretty good? Can you count from 1 up to 10 for us, please?
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And my name is Barry, and what's your name?
Gertrude.
Okay, good. All right. So we've reprogrammed that, and I'm only doing this because I want to show you how powerful this is. The more you practice, the more you'll become proficient. Look at your subjective landmarks, and when you go through a practice session, write down a notation and see if any of those were relevant to you. They are not every single subjective landmark that you will ever notice. If you just get a flash of something, write it down, because you need to gravitate towards something, an anchor that will bring you back to this state. So the more you use your trigger word, the more you use your visual process in terms of, I said, an image, that will anchor you and bring you back. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you. You've got my email down there. I will send some information to Terry, and then if you want to send me a transcript, I will alter it for you and help you.